So the guy finally comes up. He knocks on the door, and I say, "Yes, can I help you?" And he's like, "Oh, do you mind if my donkeys are on your lawn?" I said, "Sir, it doesn't matter if I mind. There's 16 donkeys on my lawn.
Can't
I
have
don't."
that.
And he's like, "But I got so many more." And I'm like, "I don't care how many head of donkeys you got. Don't put them in my yard."
Get them out.
Yeah, well, you know,
Oh, well.
it is what it is. I've
Oh.
got plenty of meat now, though, so that's good.
Yeah. You want to do a show today?
Okay. Since Kyle Busch won, I'm down. You're on.
Welcome to Wrap It Up, where we talk about paint schemes and wraps, and we talk about the race, what happened last week. We're going to talk about what's going to happen this week at the race, and it's time to wrap it up.
So, big winner, the man, the myth, the now legend Kyle Busch, winning with his third Cup team, coming out strong. Second race, he could have won either the preseason race or he could have won the 500. In fact, you know, according to how he is, and of course that's not the end of it, he was the leader at the scheduled time of finish.
True.
This man is on a run.
Yeah, I mean, pre-race, I told you Kyle was going to win today. I was very confident in that. I was thinking a Larson was going to win, but that just
it went out early.
They apparently over there at Hendrick Motorsports, they think it's electric vehicles racing now, and they just plugged a bunch of wires wrong, and it didn't work out for him.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's the future.
It worked out for Kyle Busch, though.
Yeah, he's trying to be futuristic. But yes, Kyle Busch was kicking some butt. He had the wrap it up. Oh, excuse me. He didn't. He did wrap it up, but he had the.
That's a big
so
energy.
big. This week he's driving the Alsco uniforms car.
Right. Huh.
There must be a lot of people got to rent uniforms. You ever notice that? Because that one sponsor used to be for Byron, now for Chase. What is it? UniFirst. I always thought it was a bank. That's a uniform rental company.
Oh, I thought it was a bank, too.
Yeah, well, there's two major uniform renting companies competing against each other in NASCAR. That seems like a lot of uniforms.
A lot of people wear them.
I guess so.
Got to wear them uniforms.
What do you think about this week? Kyle Busch go again? Is it possible?
I mean, yeah.
Hometown boy. Las Vegas. He's won there. I wouldn't rule him out.
Man, I know. It's a good week for another Kyle, one of the Kyles to win, or Joey Logano. Brad Keselowski runs well at Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think you might see Harvick do well this week, honestly.
Hey, Harvick was
he's a mile and a half
Harvick
guy.
finished top 5.
He did. He came out strong.
Fontana,
but this Kyle
so.
Busch, I just can't get over where it's coming. It's already happened. The win's there. People started freaking out. All of a sudden, everybody who's a Dale Senior fan or Junior fan is a Kyle fan now. The world's flipped upside down, and Kyle's the legend at the moment. I don't know what to think. I'm going to go to the track, and people aren't going to cuss me out. I don't know.
It's going to be crazy.
I ain't going to Disney World either.
That's what Dale would tell us if it was up to him.
I ain't either.
Coming in second in last week's race, and again this week, driving the Napa Auto Parts car, your boy Chase Elliott just didn't have enough time to maybe catch Kyle. He went. He stepped it up at the end, like at maybe 20 laps to go or so. He just started passing people.
Yeah, he was doing good. I had him picked in our personal race pool, so I was kind of like cheering for him a little bit, even though I'm not like a huge Chase Elliott fan. I was like,
you know who I had picked in our personal race pool?
Kyle Busch. Man. You got it that week.
He's going, baby.
You got that money.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Third place, Trackhouse, still in the house. Trackhouse for real.
Man, Trackhouse, they were 1-2 for a whole stage almost.
Yeah. He won both
I know
stages.
Ross has won 3 out of 4 stages this year. He's packing up
He's running hard himself.
playoff points.
Listen, it's looking 1-8, very strong so far this year. These boys got something. I'm telling you. Worldwide Express again. It's I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
He's got this for several races. I don't know if Worldwide Express is his main. It might be. They might have more primaries on Worldwide Express than they do any other thing this year, actually. So this may be his most primary. I mean, he's not running in that world of old NASCAR like Denny, where he's got one big sponsor. He's in that new world where you got multiples, but still, whichever one you use the most, that's your primary. More Trackhouse.
More Trackhouse.
Coming down. Have you ever heard of a third-year team running this good?
Man. No.
No. Justin Marks got more than he does have money. Every time people keep talking, they keep talking about how I don't know what Justin Marks did. I mean, I know he used to drive nationwide or
He wasn't even at Fontana.
Bush.
He was out driving some kind of
something else.
street race car or something.
I don't know where his money comes from, but apparently he's buku wealthy, and you got to be buku wealthy to win in NASCAR because you got to have the technology. And obviously, he's got it. He's able to do things with some guys that no one else has done. And we're back at the Orchid Lounge again.
The Orchid Lounge.
Here's-
Just sounds like you just chilling. And
Yeah. I mean, it's a bar in all senses of the word. Why? Isn't this just one bar in Nashville? Like one single bar?
Tootsie's, yeah, I think so.
How do they sponsor a car this much?
Or they get a lot of people to drink alcohol and play
Does
music.
Justin Marks own this bar? Maybe.
No, not that I know of.
I don't know. It just seems like for one bar in Nashville. I mean, and it's like an old bar.
Mm.
I don't know.
Hey.
Maybe they make the money. I don't know. You got me. Harvick last year, still he's holding it up, baby. Look at him. He pulled out a pretty good finish, top 5. You can't go wrong with that.
I typically don't like the ream paint schemes, but this one's okay because it's different. It's got the black and the white thrown in on it.
Yeah.
Usually when like Christopher Bell would
Yeah.
have they left Joe Gibbs or are they?
No, they're still there, too.
They're still
So they're
okay.
still running the 20, like all red. This one's definitely worlds above Christopher Bell's paint scheme for it. Ream got money also, I guess. I don't know. You buy a lot of water heaters?
They keep you hot and they keep you cold. They keep
Something you got to have.
whatever you want.
Well, I mean, you don't got to have it, but you want it, right?
Most people have it.
You would hope. I mean, unless you're living out in the woods, and then you probably ain't watching a show on the internet about NASCAR, so, you know.
You ain't living.
Speaking of Denny from a few minutes ago, here's the big man himself. Denny came out on his podcast this week talking about the Kyle Busch situation. Since Kyle wins, everybody's up about that, and he dropped some knowledge. He said, word for word, if Joe Gibbs Racing paid Kyle what he wanted, they would be out of business this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then Kyle said that Joe offered him his own personal money to stay till they locked in something. And Kyle said, I'm not going to take your personal money, which maybe, but Denny made it sound like, listen, maybe Kyle thought he was worth twice as much and then blew his opportunity and then had to take this other thing. And then other people are like, you know what, maybe he just needed to get out of there and need a refresh. I don't know, but I like Denny so far just saying things. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Knowing what's going on. I'll give him that. I'm not a huge fan of him on the track. Most people aren't. But that's okay. He can talk. He can own some cars. His top 6 finish.
Oh.
Number 6 coming in at 7. It's your boy, Brad Keselowski. This is just like the Busher Fast and All, except they grayed it out instead of the blue.
I like it.
I do too. I may like it better than I do the 17 version. It's pretty hot, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big energy on this,
Absolutely.
Brad, again, every week he shows up with a paint scheme. I appreciate it. Maybe they need to spend time on something else. But I don't know. I mean, look, he's in 7th. He's having some good runs. Of course, he did at Daytona, obviously, until, Rex. But 7th, they might have something pretty standard. What do you think?
I mean, RFK, ever since last year,
Espresso, baby!
they've been showing some momentum. So
It's true. It's true. He runs good over in the Sin City.
he runs very well.
He may have
at this track.
something to show this week. Speaking of money,
Here comes the money.
Rick got him a car in top 8 here with the 48. 48 did well at Daytona, too. I told y'all at the start of the year, don't sleep on the 48. The 48 gets put down as the 4th man a lot of times, I think, at Hendrick.
Mm-hmm.
He may surprise some people. He may be the 2nd or 1st man. You never know.
I think he's going to win 2 races this year, maybe 3.
That ain't bad. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but if I was him, I'd hop on that. There ain't no big deal about that.
Same kind of Ally scheme.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're
but
one of the cars like we were talking about a minute ago. He's one of them. It's got the big money, and this is money. Ally is a bank.
Yes.
So Rick, double money. Rick got all the money on Earth, and then he got a bank
And he got a bank to
that
give
he
him more
keeps
money.
the money in to show him,
That
hey,
he's got the money.
write this on there. You know, that makes sense. All right, let's take a break. See what's going on. Maybe go lay on the floor. Just rethink our whole life.
I love laying around.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right. Watch this commercial.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
We just want to keep you informed ahead of time. While we're stopping, let's talk about being informed and having all the money.
Oh.
We got nobody won again last week. Nobody picked Kyle in the comments to win, and so we ride it one more week. Hopefully,
Somebody got to win this Jimmy Spencer.
somebody got to show up and pull the slot machine down, baby. We got one in Bristol, too. We got all the slot machines you can win. You don't even have to go to either one of these casinos. You win right here, this fortune. 3 Jimmy Spencer autographed items, 2 cards made of real cardboard, made of real trees, and a 1/64th holler with a card, and it's signed, and it's also got a Shrek card,
That's
which makes total sense to me.
that doubles the value.
Double value Shrek card. All you've got to do is pick who wins the big race this weekend at Vegas. And if you are one of the people who pick it, we will randomly draw if there's more than one, and then we will mail it to you. We'll get your information in the comments. We'll mail it to you. It will show up at your door. You will see it, say, I finally made it. You'll turn to your wife and say, it's over. Get out. After she leaves immediately, you lock the door. You slash the couch open, stash these in there so no one steals them. Get in your car immediately, drive to the bank, withdraw all your money, put it with the Jimmy Spencer autographs. At that point, you've ruined your life. I don't know what to do. That's up to you.
Sounds amazing.
But it's a plan. I came up with it. And
I'm the boss.
so you do whatever. I know what's going on.
That's right.
All right. Let's, please take these Jimmy Spencer things from us. We don't want them any longer. They've been here. I want to give away something else. I don't want to keep giving away Jimmy Spencer. Let's give away something better. All right. We talked about Big Ally. What about the other RCR man, number 3 coming in, sneaking in for a top 10? You know what? This man, if you go back and look at stats, this man sneaks in for he's not winning races. He's not getting top 5s, but he can get to that top 10 place a lot of times, even if he's running behind. He get a little consistency finish thing to him, which could pay off, especially if he lands a win, maybe with a good motor or a Kyle Busch. I don't know.
Breast tree. Is that the drugs?
Breast tree.
Breast tree.
Something totally different in my mind.
It's a shaped tree.
You ever seen the animated movie? It might be the 70s or called Heavy Metal. You ever seen that?
No.
Yeah.
I
And if you
listened
have
to
out
that.
there, breast tree, definitely, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
But this breast tree, he drove this at Daytona last year in the fall, right? Spring, whatever, summer, whatever you want to call it. Didn't we see him win the 400 in this?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't remember. We was on a plane because it was raining, and we on the plane, and the guy behind me told me Austin Dillon run, and I was like, screw that. So
Yeah, okay.
that's what happened.
Well, that makes sense. It makes sense. Again, drug cars. You write too much stuff on them. Look at the whole hood. There's an essay on there about what to do
What
after
this
you
drug
take
does.
it.
It's all the side effects.
I would not doubt it. Would not doubt it a bit.
Joey.
22.
That's big energy.
Listen.
The black numbers and
Yeah.
the black stripes.
Somebody before the season started got pics of this at the Penske shop while it was being prepped. And there weren't great pictures, but they put them online, and everybody was like, is this a throwback to DEI days? Cause this,
Oh, yeah, Steve Park.
yeah, looks very Steve Park. I don't think it is, though. I think this is just something, because there's obviously not a throw. I guess it's just to celebrate Pennzoil because even is the Pennzoil 400.
Yes.
And, of course, he drives Pennzoil, and the 12 is going to have Pennzoil on it.
Quite a long running sponsor
It is.
for Vegas.
Very much so. So they're all about this oil there. I don't know
They
if
should lay a bunch down on the track
Yeah.
and see who's a really good driver.
who can really pull it off. Are you really into Pennzoil, Joey, or are you just faking? Can you really drive through oil? Prove it to me, dog. You think Joey maybe have a run?
This,
Vegas?
I think this race is.
his-
He's definitely got a huge shot to win this
His
race.
wheelhouse, definitely. Good-looking car.
Mhm.
Again, nobody's a Joey Logano fan unless they are, but this car's still hot. I'll get-
Yeah.
The 19's back again
the
with Johnny's
silver-
money.
Johnny.
Here comes the money.
Johnny's got it.
How much money do you think Johnny really has?
Well, I mean,
It's probably lookable, isn't it? We could
compared,
probably look it up.
combined with the NRA and Johnny Morris and all this stuff, I mean,
Well-
they sponsor the whole Bristol Night Race.
Don't
so-
forget about the club.
the club.
It's the Bass Pro Club. He's got to have income coming from that.
Johnny's got a lot of money coming from that club.
Johnny, I just don't understand. Listen, you got to have a ridiculous amount of money, or maybe he's running it's not a sole proprietorship. He isn't the only guy in charge of this major corporation. Like he's got to be. I mean, I'm sure he's the head of it, but there's got to be other people talking about how he spends the money. Johnny just got to walk into board meetings and be like, "I want to sponsor 14 cars." And they're like, "Okay,
Every
Johnny."
race.
He's like, "No, every car's
Every
mine."
race.
I'm the boy.
You're right. So, okay, Johnny, we'll get you whatever you want. I guess that's what's going on. So he's throwing money at Truex. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's in the running for one of the hottest schemes of the year still.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see something mixed up where we've seen it 3 times out of 4.
Yep. Whoa.
Daytona 500 champion the rest of his life.
500 champ.
Ricky Spinhouse.
At
Jr.
first, I was like, "This is hot," and then the more I look at it, it's kind of like, it's almost too basic, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At
But
first, you're like, oh, man.
it's different. I like different.
Yeah, yeah. Coca-Cola doesn't do a lot of straight-up sponsors. They sponsor, the Coca-Cola racing family, but they don't do a lot of just direct cars. And when they do, they're very particular about their logos and things. Those people who collect die-cast and things, they often, like this car, probably will not be made because Coca-Cola will not let Lionel make it, just because they're that uptight about their
Yeah.
and they have a lot to do. I don't know that they own Monster, but they do distributing or did for them, and so they were uptight about that for a while. And you had people were getting those bases on them and stuff. So it's a nice car. I like the black top, red bottom, and the
Yeah.
contrast. I'd like to see the hood, maybe what it looks like. I'm like you. I think maybe over here, over the back tire, we could have done something, other than just red.
He got them red bottoms. He probably wearing them right now. He just
Probably.
won a Daytona 500, so I mean,
He got
There
the
you go.
money. Here he comes again. Blow it. All right. 17's back with more drugs. Man,
next like Lexus and
drug companies
Jabba Dog.
love NASCAR. If you would, I mean, don't get too personal here, but do you ever watch a race, anybody out there, anywhere on Earth, and go, I think I'm going to start taking these drugs? I don't know. Do you ever even go to your doctor and say, I was watching a race and Netradol was on there. You think I ought to get that? Does anybody go and ask for a drug by name? Like, well, I'd really like to be put on heart medicine, even though I don't have a heart problem. I mean, the advertising seems weird to me. Does it not you?
Well, it just seems like weird for the demographic of NASCAR to be
That
really
too.
targeting that. That's what seems weird to me about it.
Yeah, well, that's very true, too. We go to Talladega sometimes. I see some people ain't never been to a doctor. Like,
Right?
They weren't even birthed by a doctor. They were born on a kitchen table, and
Yeah.
God's kept them on this earth all along. So
They just been camping in the field behind Talladega.
Yeah, they
the
ate.
whole time.
right, living in holes and stuff. Yeah. It's another drug car.
That's
Again, too much
terrible.
riding.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 7 has got.
What does that say?
This is a new
Stream.
thing for something. Like some kind of streaming service,
This is
like
something.
game thing or something. I knew, and it was so boring and so useless that I forgot. That's the honest truth. I honestly looked it up earlier today because I was getting these paint schemes together, and I was like, what the crap is this? And so I looked it up twice, and I read a whole article about it, but it was utterly so boring that I don't remember. I'm very sorry.
I like
y'all.
Corey, and I like the colors. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm with that.
the
Something
7 looks
different?
weird. It looks like it's shoved up a little too much this week or something.
I think you're right. I think it is more forward than it normally is. It doesn't have to have a precise measurement. There's a little playroom right there.
Yeah.
And in fact, I heard somebody say, and I don't remember who it was, that last year, well, the year before, because that's when they decided to move numbers, that they went to the drivers at first, NASCAR did, and said, we're going to let you put the number anywhere you want it. Like, you can put it on the back fender, you can put it on the side, you can put it at the door, whatever. And the drivers were like, no, we don't like that. We want a standard place
Standard,
for it.
yeah.
Which I appreciate, too. If it was just randomly everywhere, I think that'd be a little weird. I like the
That
number
would-
being
yeah.
at least one particular spot.
Look funny.
Yeah. Let's do one more before we go to break.
The same. Again.
Over and over and over and over. Hey, he got a
like-
top 15 this week, though.
Yeah.
For a young man, that's pretty good. And a fourth man at Penske, young guy.
And he was on the lead lap. There was only 20 cars on the lead lap. at
Listen,
the
he
end
had
of the
a
race.
great qualifying run. Was that last week or was that Daytona? He almost hit the pole or something. He was. We started out the year not thinking much of him. Maybe our expectations were very low.
Maybe.
But I think he's doing better than I thought he would, so I'm going to give him a little credit. Hang in there, buddy. Do what you got to do, you know?
Yeah, buddy.
See what you got. Anyway, let's take a break, see what happens, come back after this White Snake album plays.
I love white snakes.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
You know, this is episode 4. I said last week we were doing it for Dale. Who are we doing it for today? Ernie? Is it Ernie Irvin?
Ernie Irvin.
I've got an original Ernie Irvin Kodak shirt my mom bought, wore new for years. Still in good shape. I have it upstairs. Like, this is my family legacy, this Ernie Irvin shirt from Walmart, 1993 or something. I don't know what year, but it's what I've been inherited. And honestly, it's better than everything I expected it to be.
I mean, locally, Morgan
Yeah.
McClure's race shop.
Right, that was our local team for all those years. It was one of the teams that wasn't down in Charlotte. They were right down the road from your house. And I remember
like
being a little kid. And
2 miles away.
I grew up in a place called Castlewood, and that's where the dealership for Morgan McClure was. So Ernie'd come over there and sign autographs and stuff. And it was cool having a Daytona 500 winning team just back here in the backwoods near where we lived. It was awesome. I wish that worked out. I really do. Let's see what else we got on the menu today. Here's former 500 champion.
Mikey McDowell.
He's got him a new sponsor, Quincy. Also,
Quincy? Is that like-
Quincy something. They're also going to sponsor the 38, which seems to be a lot of what happens at front row. You want to sponsor something?
Sure.
We don't care. We don't care. Will you win in our car? Not going to happen, no. Not going to happen. No chance. But when we do, it's a big one like the 500.
Yeah.
This car looks pretty boring.
It's very boring. But
I have no idea what they do again.
McDowell had a decent finish at Fontana.
Yeah. I mean, for, what we consider, his car status, I think McDowell could get in a car and put up wins if he had like a Hendrick car right now. I think he's built up to that point.
I'll be interested to see this week at Vegas, too, on a more of a, like a standard mile-and-a-half track. He ran good at some of those last year. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what his performance is this week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What he going to do? I don't know what he going to do either.
The not King's car's back, unless Jimmy's the king.
Jimmy's
the boss over there now.
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
Yeah, right?
He knows.
He knows. He tells them everything. The king's upset about it. Can't tell him what to do anymore. Jimmy's the boss. And it's another Allegiant. If you've watched our other episodes, we've told you the majority stakeholder in this team owns that airline. In our minds, that means you didn't find a sponsor. You have to spend your own company's money. That's not a good look for the 43. I mean, they had a one-year sponsor last year, obviously, and they're gone, so Allegiant's pulling it up, and I guess they're just hanging out, waiting, seeing if somebody shows up or something.
He's had this car every race except the Guns N' Roses.
He had Guns N' Roses for the 500. Everything else so far is non-sponsored.
The funny thing is I don't remember seeing this car on the track this year at all.
Right.
I guess he's just...
Didn't he got wrecked like pretty early at the Clash. Somebody hit him in a corner or something, and I don't even remember seeing him whatsoever. Well, Daytona was the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I don't remember seeing him this last weekend, hardly.
I don't know TV coverage.
He didn't have a lot going on. He got a top 20.
Well,
That's bluff. Or these guys should be shooting a little higher right now, so they ought to be pressing harder. So I'm not going to give him good credit for that. What about
another tractor?
Another tractor again. We're going to see the tractors a lot. Again, I'm thankful that they wrote on there what it is, though, because I'm dumb and I don't know. So you tell me it's a tractor.
Mahindras.
As soon as I think, I need a tractor, hey, I know of a name. That's the one I know, right? I'll go to the store and be like, hey, I'd like to buy a tractor. Going to the store and being like, hey, I'd like to buy a particular drug. It just doesn't make sense. 31. Now, again, here's another boy, the way we think of it, they may not think of it because the race team and their company are separate entities. But when you own a company and you own a race team and you get that company to sponsor that race team, to me, that says I couldn't find anybody else to give me money, so I spent my own money. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. When you're a rich man, you can do things like that. Having a company allows you those benefits. Let's be honest. If we get a company, we're going to buy a car. I mean, It's just common sense. So if anybody comes door to door buying education and snakes, look out for our new Cup team. Coming next year, financed by snakes.
Snakes.
Snake financed. We're just going to, that's what's going to be on the side. Snake financed.
Yep.
Real snakes. Really financed. All right.
More
of this. Something's going on here.
It's got to be linked. We said last week it's got to be linked in Vegas somehow. I mean,
here it goes again.
I guess I don't know. I haven't taken the time to look this up yet, but maybe this is like in Las Vegas.
Same thing. I just haven't had a lot of time. Maybe though, think about this: if it is a Vegas resort, and you bought 3 races, you'd want them the 3 races maybe pushing right up to the first Vegas race to really ram it in people's heads. You know,
Seek our son.
Yeah.
Now.
Look in the sun. Look in the sun.
Go blind and come to Vegas.
Is there anything funnier than just somebody staring at the sun on their own? Because nothing's really happening, but it tells you so much about what's going on at that moment, right?
Very troubling thought.
It is. It takes a lot of effort, I would imagine. Anytime I've just even looked up, it's hurt and I've had to look away. Have you seen the news this week, speaking of the sun? A lot of news out this week out of the scientific community. They've detected a heartbeat type thing coming from the center of the sun.
Yeah.
None of this is real.
I've read and heard about some of those in some stars and like galaxies, like on some kind of rotating rhythm.
Apparently, we have it too.
It's
I
everywhere.
Think, you know what I think it is? I think it's just the sound of a cool V8 getting ready to come out of Rick Ware Racing. Just coming out hard. JJ's back.
JJ with a top 20, right?
Yeah, right? Heck yeah, JJ. Put it to him, baby. Top 20 with a Rick Ware Racing car? I hope they went out and partied.
Even though he was... No, wait. Was he top 20?
I think it was 20th or 20. He was 21st.
Okay, he was 2 laps down, I think. I remember that.
Okay. It's not as impressive when you put it that way.
Cody Ware was 2 laps down. JJ was
So
one lap down.
JJ did better than Cody.
JJ did better than Cody, yeah.
Cody's got the full-time ride. JJ's the part-timer. But Cody's dad owns the team, so... Again, there's a lot of family. A lot of...
Here comes the money.
You know Rick Ware's got money. Don't be fooled that Rick Ware's cars suck. Rick Ware has money. He owns a Rolex car. He owns like a Indy car. He doesn't own an F1 car. He wants to. He owns a bunch of like sports cars racing. This man's got a bunch of cars. Last year, every single one of them had Nurtec wrote on it. Them pills, man. Pills are going around. This car, it's not hot. It's very normal.
Step up for Rick Ware.
It is a step up for Rick Ware. You're absolutely right about that. Maybe they saw the things we said about chimps, and they decided to get humans to work on the cars.
That's it.
What about your boy coming in 22nd? B.J. McLeod coming in. And I'm going to tell you right now.
It's got the Circle
This
B
is my
diecast on
this is
there.
my paint cast of the week right here. Wow. I love this green. I love this black Circle B diecast. They did a good job with it. I like the effects on it. It's a good layout. This is hot.
The font of the numbers is actually kind of different and cool, too.
A little bit. A 22nd finish for him. Listen, this man owns the car, drives the car, works on the car, pays for the car. This man is a car. He's like a huge. There's a show, a cartoon from like the 60s I saw where it's called like Teen Car or something. And a boy turns into a car. It was B.J. McLeod's early life.
It's
was
not
based
real.
Don't say that around B.J. McLeod.
All right.
He'll smack you in the face. He swiped at me once at Bristol. Quick though.
Yeah, you gotta
can't
watch
get me. Just out there. Hey, I'm proud of the guy if nobody else is. All right, back to the Raptor again. Not a good run for
Lord Byron really loves dinosaurs.
You can't blame him.
No.
Everybody loves dinosaurs.
Everybody loves dinosaurs.
Who doesn't? Jurassic Park did big money. Don't tell me it didn't.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the first memories of going to a theater for myself.
Really?
Watching Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was cool.
Yeah. It was a big movie.
Yeah.
I remember going to see it. I don't remember when it was. I mean, it was
I think it was like
90s.
94, I think.
94. I think I could drive in 94. I should have just got my license. I think I turned 16 in 94.
Oh.
How old were you in 94?
I was almost 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's about right, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I'm that much older than you.
I'll
I'll be dead very soon. Here's I got me a hat.
Shout out.
I'm wearing.
Hat.
Big shout out. He's got Pennzoil on the hood. You can't see it. I like this Pennzoil scheme of the Menards because it doesn't follow the normal Menards deal.
Yeah.
It kind of has, wait, this is a Pennzoil scheme and Menards is the second, instead of Menards making a deal. I like the white on it instead of the black. I like the change up. And listen, Blaney we showed some pictures of Blaney finishing. Blaney taking cards that are just totaled and doing stuff. It's gonna pay off for him. Listen, last year he never won a race and was making it through the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mr. Consistency, there's some guys that Terry Labonte has won cups just out of consistency, His last cup, he won 2 races that year, and I think Jeff Gordon won 9 just because Terry had that consistency. So you can't back down on just having good finishes. Ryan's able to do that consistently. That's big. Big, baby.
He got it.
Before we go, though, let's talk about what's important to the people watching this video, and that is high-quality merchandise at a cheap, cheap price.
From Mr. Excitement.
Mr. Excitement himself, Mr. Jimmy Spencer.
Here comes the money.
Y'all got to get this stuff.
I'm wearing out that money button today.
Got to get it.
Got to
There
get
it
this.
is.
All you got to do, you can't see any of it. What would help is if we took the car down off the screen. You could see that we have got something beautiful right here, baby.
Kmart.
And that beauty is unbelievable.
McDonald's.
Kmart.
Kmart doesn't exist anymore. But
Right? That makes it worth even more. They can't make any more now.
I know.
There'll never be any more Kmart cars. How do you feel about that, everybody? Let's cry for a minute. Let's take a break, watch a commercial, look at our phones, and go to the bathroom, okay? Y'all have a good afternoon. No, don't have a good... I totally lied. We'll cut all that out. Or we won't. I don't care. We're going to break. We'll see you later.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast.
So it is, and we are going through every paint scheme of every single person who will be in the field this week based on the finishing order that they had last week. I like to make things overly complicated. And we have been looking
Makes no
at
sense.
Menards, but now we're going to look at my Biohaven.
It's Cody wearing the 51. Look out on pit road.
Absolutely. Cody, top 25. He beat 11 cars last week. What do you think about that?
He's getting there. He's stepping up his game a little bit.
Yeah.
He might get another top 30 this week.
Don't jinx it.
Oh,
Don't jinx it.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Cody.
Now, here's one thing I found very interesting. Rick, I just said how much money he had, but Biohaven, I believe, is their primary sponsor, but I don't know if it's getting fishy over there or what, because when this week's entry list came out, Cody was listed as to be announced for his sponsor. But then 2 days later, Biohaven's back. I'm not saying maybe they just didn't fill out the form right to NASCAR, or maybe Biohaven, they're just like, okay, we're not paying, and then Rick's like, just give me $10. We've already got the stickers, and I don't know. So probably not helping him out. I look for him to finish in the back of the field, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I can't say you're wrong.
Here's a boy that got a strong car for finishing in the back of the field. He only beat 10 people last week. He's going back to the tire store. He last year showed some pretty decent runs on some tracks like this at some points.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, because you had, of course, Blaney got caught up in some stuff, but Logano had a strong run.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't remember. Wait, did he get some damage going down the back, coming out of turn 2? It seems like in the backstretch.
Or was he caught up in that restart wreck?
He might have been in that too. It seems like he had damage though. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you'd really think for him to be that far back.
Had something happen.
Paint scheme's ugly. It's boring. I'm tired of it. I hope it dies. Here's something you love.
Here's another boring paint scheme that I hope dies.
It's not really boring. It's just you see it so much. Listen, he got 27th. I thought he finished worse than that, honestly, because of his problems. That's not bad.
I think he finished 29th.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, he gained 7 positions.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Just coming back out, right?
Just coming back out after the electrical problem. Because people wrecked in that. They would think there was either 4 or 5 cars were taken out of the race in that restart.
Yeah.
On lap 86, 87 there. So
yeah. 6 points. Listen, 6 points could make a huge difference. People were tied to go into the playoffs last year in points, right? And it came down to other stuff. So
terrible start to the year for Larson, though.
It is.
Mid to high 30s in the first race, and
get them all out of the way. I'm not worried about Larson. Larson's a wheel man. He's going to be all right.
Yeah,
Larson's going to show up. There ain't no doubt about that.
He needs to get some playoff points.
What about
Columbia?
Bubba? He got the black and blue Columbia.
Black and blue.
I think this might have a little something to do with Big Mike. That looks like some Carolina blue to me.
Yeah.
You know, and he
interesting. I'm a advocate for Columbia. I do a lot of hiking. I guide hikes on the side for my business and have some Columbia merchandise and apparel.
Yeah. Listen, my pillow, I sleep, is a Columbia pillow. It's amazing. Cool, automatically cools on one side, chills, breeze. It's worth the money. I took a big chance. Most expensive pillow I ever bought, but I was like, wait a minute. Changed my life. So, good pillow car. I'll go with the pillow car.
Have any idea what the hood looks like on this?
I don't. 2311 this year has taken on the philosophy where everybody else is, we're going to get our paint scheme. Certain people have certain days they want to release paint schemes, it seems like, to get seen. And 2311 said, listen, everybody else is putting something out someday. Let's hide ours as long as possible, it seems like. And the only way we're even coming across them is when the schemes that have been submitted to NASCAR for approval are getting posted. Other than that, they do not want to show us the cars. Yeah. Denny and Michael Jordan are very secretive about this for some reason. But maybe it's playing in their favor. We're talking about it, right? Nobody else is doing it. It's getting them mentions. We left this up on the screen longer, so obviously it works.
Columbia.
Oh!
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon.
He's
man.
back.
Listen, I'm just going to be frank with you. You ever be relaxing late at night? You maybe take part in any sponsor's product. And then you wake up the next morning and you've ordered a Ty Dillon 77 shirt from Spire Motorsports. That ever happened to you?
I know someone it happened to, but
Oh, yeah?
didn't happen to me personally.
Well, he's a sucker. You know how much a Ty Dillon shirt cost you from Spire Motorsports? To have it shipped to your house? $35 for
Oh, my word.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's the only way they're making any money.
Seemed like a
Selling
value to
shirts.
me at one point, but then I changed my mind. So maybe next week I'll be wearing it. Who knows?
Hey,
Hey, we both have 42 shirts.
I'm gonna wear mine. Gain detergent Ty Dillon.
Listen,
shirt.
everybody we know got a Gain shirt last year.
Yeah.
We were all about it. When he came to Bristol, Gain was the car, baby.
It was hot.
Oh,
Of course he wrecked. So
of course.
See ya,
He's
Ty.
going to wreck again. This is his best finish of the year, 29th, or what is it, 30th? I don't know. Well, the week before last, was he out lap 1? Is that right? Like they made
Very early in the 500.
lap 2. I don't know. He was just like, okay, I'm done. Start and park. Rick's paying for it again.
Here comes the money.
Nation's
love that.
God.
You know, though, I feel bad for GS2 here. He's in maybe the worst car in all of NASCAR. Is it the worst car?
It's well, I mean, it's 2 for 2. It seems like it.
It's pretty bad.
We'll find out. A couple more weeks.
It's down there. I mean, of the charter teams, of
Yeah,
course. You know,
yeah.
The 50 sucks. Bad week for the big bail man.
Yeah.
He was way down there. Had some
Way
damage.
down.
He's running the Sirius again. He's running this a lot, which is a Toyota deal. I don't know if anybody knows this now. Like, KBM was primarily financed just by Toyota. When they would run these Sirius deals, or when they would run the windshield company, or what was that other one they had all the time?
Oh, you're talking about Safe Light?
Safe Light, yeah.
Yeah.
And they had another sponsor they ran all the time, which what was really going on there is these companies are making deals with Toyota. Toyota says, listen, you make us a good deal. You let us have access or free trials for your people for SiriusXM for the first 3 months. And we have these cars that we're able to sponsor. We'll give you this much sponsorship, this many millions of dollars in sponsorship on our cars in exchange for discounts or whatever for our car factory. And that's what's going on. Now, there may have been something change, and SiriusXM may have decided they just wanted to step up. But I do know at one point that's how a lot of these funding things were coming through, is really Toyota's flipping this bill, putting somebody else's name on it so they get kickbacks on other things. So I like the SiriusXM car, though. I like the blue and white. I think the 20 number looks good on it.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of someone who used to drive for satellite radio back in the day, and that was Jimmy Spencer. Jimmy Spencer.
I ain't going to Disney World either.
He's a cantankerous man. You don't need to go. You can go to Disney World if you win this.
Oh, yeah.
You put this on eBay.
Yeah.
You draw in those
Get that.
millions of dollars you will receive for 3 autographs, and you do that by just guessing who will win this week in the comments. And if you get it right, you could be the winner of one of these things freely mailed to your house. Boy, you would love it, wouldn't you? All right. 41. Listen, we have bragged on 41 every week and how he's coming, and 41 every week has been at the bottom. Maybe we got to rethink what we're saying sometimes.
Well, the Clash, he was really impressive, but
He was.
since then,
But where did he finish in the Clash? I don't even remember at this point. Was it even a good finish?
No, it wasn't a great finish.
That's the same thing. He led laps at Daytona.
yeah. This
Bad
week,
finish.
I think he was one of the lap 86 victims.
I think he has been in every week, but some people are going to say, well, don't find yourself in those positions if you're a good driver. I don't know if that's the case. There's a lot of wackiness going on out there. So I still think he might get a win this year. I still like the Haas scheme. And again, there's a lot of people flipping the bill for their own teams. Gene, again, owns Haas, paying this one.
We need sponsors. NASCAR.
Absolutely. 45 back with the monster.
Monster.
Ooh.
Reddick, man. Reddick was caught up in that crash too, but man, Reddick's had a terrible start to the year.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be on fire.
Right where some people are like, oh, he may show up. Kyle Busch showing up. It's total opposites.
So far, yeah.
I would bet at this point he's regretting the decision. He's maybe thinking, maybe this wasn't a good idea. But we'll see. I'm sure he's still going to be okay. I mean, he's a great driver. This is a Toyota team. It's not going to go bad. It just takes time to get their crap together. 10 with another bad finish.
Yeah. Second to last, right?
Yeah, I think so. Smelling that bacon. Ugh.
What happened to him? I can't remember. I can't remember what happened to him.
I literally don't remember seeing him on my TV because, every 5 seconds there's a commercial also so I have no idea what's going on. It's almost predictable. You could have. We're going to commercial when they get ready to say it. Boom. Within 10 seconds there will be a wreck. It was like somebody was on the mics hollering about it. Another man we've been bragging about ridiculously.
Finished last place.
And coming in. Oh, wait. No, not last. Is he last?
Yeah, he finished last place.
Oh, my God. Okay. That makes sense. Well, we left out 2 people. It's okay. Anyway,
Screw
the 16. We've bragged about him every week. I've said he was going to make the round of 8. The man ain't finished one race yet.
Of course,
What happened?
He got wrecked out pretty early in this race.
Yeah, but still, he got wrecked out in the other race also. Well, I mean, he was at the end. I'll give him that. After like 200 and something, he was the one who hit Kyle Busch that took him out of Daytona. So he was up front, but he still lost the car. We missed the 54. This week, it's hard to see. This was another secret paint scheme. This is he gets us. Like the Super Bowl commercials somebody paid for Jesus to have. Mm-hmm. Same sponsor here. He's running this week. But flat black. I saw the wrap of it. No wrap on it. Just the words and the numbers are stickers. So the black is really just the primer, it looked like.
Okay. You see, I don't have glasses on right now. I really could not even tell what that said.
It's not a good picture. They did not release a good picture. They didn't even give NASCAR a mock-up of it. NASCAR doesn't even have a mock-up of this. I guess they last-minute sponsor or something, which is hard for me to believe. I don't know. I would think, because I Am Second, does the same kind of thing. And the man who finances I Am Second and runs it is the guy who owns Interstate Batteries. So my automatic thought is this guy's paid for this sponsorship in this case, right?
Probably.
So maybe he changed since the Super Bowl or whatever. But anyway, again, it's another monster thing. They want to hide all the monster cars. They want to have 47 monster cars, and they want them all hid. And then we got your boy, last one here to show for the week, the number 38, Sir Gilliland II.
Does that say Rude Bush?
Yes.
RudeBush.com?
RudeBush.com. I think this is where Harvick hit him in the Clash.
Oh.
And he's just made a website to be like, listen, Bush, you don't want to sponsor Harvick anymore.
Crazy.
I didn't look up what it was, but look at the hood of it. Again, they wrote an essay on it. We all live in a country that says everything's good, and you need to go to redbush.com to order a beer that has apples in it and a drink and blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Like, on the hood. Nobody can read that. The car goes 200 miles an hour.
I was going to say, we go to a lot of races. You can't tell what the world's going on with these cars. We're riding on the front of them.
That's why I'm like, put a picture of a tractor on it. I can see that if it's giant. I
Put
can't
a picture
read
Kevin
400
Harvick,
words.
really mad at Kevin Harvick, and face emoji on this car. I can see that.
What do you think this old boy's going to do this week?
Wreck?
Yeah. Here's I got a sample this week just for Todd
Just for
and what it's
Gillen.
like watching the race.
It's just a bunch of cars going around in circles.
That's it. Just there's no racing to it. You get punted. You do what you can. I don't know. This paint scheme's weird too.
Yeah.
With this, like it goes up to connect and then it's
it
like
goes,
nope, and then it's like
shit.
wait, we got a handle. And we got a It's again a random NASCAR spike. That's what I call them. A random NASCAR spike.
I really wish we could get a response from Kevin Harvick about that.
Kevin,
Tell us. What do you think?
That would
Kevin
be
be like,
good,
I
wouldn't
don't care.
He hates you, Kevin. You probably get Kevin worked up and let Kevin knock him out of the way again.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Kevin just all year long have a 1-year rivalry with Todd
With
Gilliland.
Todd Gilliland,
Just ruining
as he
Todd Gilliland's
retires.
limited year that he's trying to save his career as he goes out. Next year he gets in the booth. Todd Gilliland wrecked again. And just Todd Gilliland. Why does he hate me?
Cheering every
Yeah.
time Todd wrecks.
That'd be great. Listen, I'd watch that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the whole field coming up for. Who's your winner for this week?
Winner. Even though I don't. I want to say Larson, but I'm going to say Joey Logano wins.
Okay, that's a good pick. I don't even remember who I picked in my pool. I did pick the 8 in the pool, but I didn't on the show. On the show, who did I pick? The 12 or the 48? I think. Man, I don't even remember, but they wasn't right. I remember that. I remember after they wrecked, I was like, okay, I didn't get my pick right. And then I forgot about it. This week, though, listen, I'm sorry. It's not my heart. I really believe with my brain Kyle Busch can do it again.
Oh, man, I know he
I
can.
believe Kyle Busch is that pissed off and that going hard. I believe the man's got something to prove, and I think he can show up at Las Vegas and do it again. And get ready if it happens. People are going to start being, oh, my God. Like, this is going to start being some, ooh, this man walking off, you know?
Yeah.
So Kyle, in his interview, was a little humble. He's like, yeah, we just need to get some playoff points. You know, we'll see what happens. I think normally he's very determined. I think he feels so cocky. He's like, yeah, we'll see what happens, thinking I'm going to win 17 races in a row. You know, he's getting nuts. Hey, that's another thing we didn't even mention. He beat Richard Petty's record of 19 years consistently in a row of winning a cup race.
Winning a cup race.
No one now.
Wow.
Does anyone touch that in the future? 19 years straight with a win? I don't know. I didn't think anybody could go 18 years, honestly,
Right.
to get Ty Petty. I mean, that's big, especially in today's. People today are not going to win as much as people did in the past. That's just the future in NASCAR.
Yeah, but you also have drivers coming in a lot younger.
It's true.
It's possible.
But you got to hit it every year. That's the thing. I mean, you could get the years in, sure, but getting that win every single year, man, that's a challenge.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep a streak going.
It's very hard. We'll see. I don't know. What we're going to do? We're going to see a big pile up. We're going to see a good race. Anything. Give me something. Is it going to be?
It's just a bunch of cars going around.
We're going to get
in
that
circles.
again, or what do you think? Is it going to be action? They say they've made some changes, maybe for this
Vegas,
year.
I think Vegas usually puts on a decent show.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like there at the end before they closed Chicagoland. It was becoming one of my favorite mile-and-a-half tracks. It was the only one that had like.
That's what everybody said about Fontana. Oh my God, it's great now. Well, shut it down.
Yeah, I am after watching this race at Fontana. I am kind of a lot more sad now than I was before that it's going away. It was a good race.
It's definitely going away. They sold the
They
land
sold
last
it.
week.
Yeah, $500 million.
Yeah, so there's no getting that. Forget that. That's over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to leave you with that. Let's see what happens, folks. Hit us up in the comments. Say
Bam,
something
bam.
to us. Do something.
Say Boba Jobble.
Hey, Booba Jobble will get you a long way. I know that for sure. It's got the 100%. Folks, come and see us. We love you. I promise. I want to sincerely thank you for spending your time with us. You only get so much time. And if you watched us talk about NASCAR and hung out with us, appreciate you. Have a good one. Love you.